Alright, so in last lecture we talked about labels. We understood how the normal placement happens in Python or in Tkinter module, where as you continuously add widgets, the widgets will be placed one after the other. Now the next widget that I want to talk about is buttons. So buttons are obviously something you use every day, and buttons are actually quite neat. So you can perform functions with them, you can do stuff with them. So let's go ahead and learn how to create a very simple button. So I'm going to delete these labels and I'm going to create a variable called the button. Alright, so very intriguing name, you might say. So I'm going to go ahead and use the button function this time. So the button function takes in a few parameters. The first parameter is, hey, which layout are you putting it in? Since we haven't discussed layouts, I'm going to go ahead and put none for this. Again, just leave none for now. We'll get to the next lecture or maybe in the following few lectures. Now, the next thing we want to talk about is the text. So what text do you want to have for the button? So every button might have a text like click me, go here, previous, next, stuff like that. So I'm just going to create a click me button. All right, the text will say click me. Let's go ahead and add an exclamation mark. And the last parameter it'll take is, do you want to change the text color? All right, so I'm going to change the text color, it's FG. Okay, so FG, and then you just set it to a color. I'm going to say blue. Okay, so we're changing the text color to blue. And now all I want to do is the button dot pack. Okay, before we even run this, let's go ahead and add one more. Just for the fun of it, you know, make things interesting. So the button is equal to button, none, text is hello. And then what I want to do is let's change my font or that front foreground color to be maybe red. Okay, and let's change the variable name to th button, the button. I'm not sure how you want to say it. So save this in F5, and when we F5 this and take a look, you'll notice one thing that is what would you say, erroneous. So we get this click me with this hello, that's brilliant. However, what's wrong with the color, right? So this click me, this hello, I mean, these are fantastic looking buttons and they work, but we're not seeing any color. So this is one thing you might want to note about the Tkinter module with Macs, okay? If you're on a Windows machine right now and you ran this code, you probably must have seen this color appearing. You might have seen click me in red, hello in blue. However, if you're on a Mac, it just won't work. I'm not exactly sure why. I searched it up on a Stack Overflow question. It just doesn't work with the Mac. So you can't change the foreground, you can't change the background, etc. Now, we haven't talked about the background, but we'll get to that later on. However, again, colors don't work with the Mac. So if you're seeing a black click me and a black hello, don't freak out. Just chill and realize that you won't be getting any color anytime soon. Again, there are workarounds to this, importing the TTK module. If you want to go ahead and search on Stack Overflow how to get the desired colors showing up on your window, please do. Again, I'm not going to go that deep into a simple issue of colors, but yeah. So fantastic job. In this lecture, we learned about buttons, we learned how to initialize a button, and we learned about the foreground, how to set the text color of a button. Now in the next lecture, let's go ahead and learn about placement of these buttons. Okay, so currently we have our buttons click me and hello, one underneath the other. What if we could have it so that the buttons placement are maybe left, right, bottom, left, stuff like that? So see you in the next lecture.